Hi, I'm AJ Ali, and this is a call to action for prayer, peace, and love. My thoughts and prayers are with former President Donald Trump, the spectator who was killed, and everyone who was injured during the horrific shooting at today's Trump rally in Pennsylvania. All too often, we hear the words thoughts and prayers. Although horrific, I wasn't surprised by today's shooting. With our nation's history of political violence and today's state of heightened rhetoric and hatred, it's a wonder that this attempt on Trump's life didn't happen sooner. Now, I'm not a fan of Trump or his politics, but I am vehemently against attempts to harm or kill someone because of their politics or their personality. It's just not right, and it's not who we should be in this democracy. And we need to come together as a nation to denounce it. This was not just an attempt on Trump's life. This was an attempt to destroy our democratic process and promise. Democracy should be about votes, not bullets. We should all be upset. We should all use this not as a reason to fight each other, but as a reason to come together, find common ground, and love each other. There is no place for political violence in the United States of America. Unfortunately, the reality is this is who we are. It is who we have always been. We are a violent nation, and we have lost far too many people through violence, political and otherwise. It doesn't have to always be that way, though. There are people who will be calling for us to fight. I believe that is exactly what those who want to destroy our democracy want us to do. Fight each other until there is nothing left. Cartoonist Walt Kelly famously said in his Pogo comic strip in 1970, "We have met the enemy, and he is us." And he said those words for Earth Day, and he meant it in the context of how we are destroying the planet. But he could have just as easily meant it for how we are destroying ourselves and our democracy. So, where do we go from here? This is a call to action for prayer, peace, and love. We must not let violence define us. We must reach down deep into our collective soul and dedicate ourselves to bridging divides. But how do we do that? How do we, a nation of violence, find a way to love each other? It's going to take hard work, dedication, and perseverance. It's going to take time. And it's going to take all of us, white and black, rich and poor, young and old, Democrat and Republican. We don't love because we're not taught how to love. We are showered and smothered with images of indifference, hatred, and violence from cradle to grave. Those things are in the media we consume, the games we play, the stories we tell each other, and sadly, even in some of the political theater being driven by people who worship their own power and will do anything to maintain it. How do we get to a place of love if it's not being taught in homes, schools, and ministries? Here's a start. Take this pledge, the Love is the Answer pledge. I pledge to learn about the people in my community, to unconditionally open my heart to their needs as if they were all immediate family members, to volunteer to be part of the solution in their lives during both good and challenging times, and to empower everyone I meet to do the same as if our lives depended on each other. LOVE. Learn, open your heart, volunteer yourself to be part of the solution, and empower others to do the same. Those are 4 action steps. Look, I served in our nation's military. I'm a disabled veteran. I've experienced the horror of what can happen when peace and love are not present. I served at a nuclear missile base that was constantly under threat, and I carry the mental and emotional scars of conflict between countries with me when I'm awake and in my nightmares. I've also experienced the horrors of racism, domestic violence, gangs, and other forms of manifest hatred in this country for 60 years. All of those are reasons why I founded and lead the Love is the Answer movement. I've suffered through the darkness and I am seeking light. That's why I make the Love is the Answer pledge my daily mantra. That's why I'm asking you right now, no matter what your political leanings are, to join us in taking this pledge and coming together for peace and love. If you don't know how to love, I'll teach you. We'll teach you. If you fall in the process, we'll pick you up and help you continue on that journey. It's time for us to come together, find common ground, and love each other. May God bless America, and may America use this moment to say no more violence, no more hate. It's a time for love. We've tried everything but love. We've tried everything but the most powerful force in the universe. It's time to try love now. Hate is not the answer. Fighting each other is not the answer. Love is the answer. Join us at trylovenow.com.